and welcome to episode 139 of Naija's Geeking Out, your favorite podcast about comic books, all comic related news with a slight Naija twist. So you've got your usual quartet today. We have a full house. Starting from my left, Tunde. Tunde, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. Slowly recovering, but we are okay. We're getting better.
We have things to be happy about. You won a bet, so we'll talk a little bit more about that later on.
You guys just can't let things go.
No,
I don't understand.
I've never seen somebody win and lose at the same time.
If you call this one win, Seth.
Okay, and moving on to Jersey, Red the Regular. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to hearing what Tunde is recovering from.
To his ailment.
Yeah. What ails you, Tunde?
Right.
It's all good.
And that you've got me, Cakes, on call, and then moving on to Tilbury. Dapo, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Quite looking forward to this episode because I think there's going to be a lot of disagreement on a particular segment of the show.
I have no doubts. And you'll be surprised where the lines fall in this particular one. Who supports who? It's going to be interesting. I don't think you'll be expecting it, but all right, let's see now. So this is so weird that last week, almost immediately after we finished our call, where we discussed the casting rumors for Superman Legacy, or where we discussed the casting pairs for Superman Legacy, the actual confirmation dropped. I think it was on Tuesday for who will be our new Superman and who will be our new Lois Lane. And today, who have we got?
Yeah, we discussed this last week. I think the competition was between, what's their names again?
Nicholas Hoult. Yeah.
What's the second guy's name? I keep forgetting.
David Corenswet.
No, I know David Corenswet.
Okay. I don't know who that guy is. That guy will be fine, whoever he is.
Oh my god. So there were three couples basically last week that were being put forth as one of these three guys will be the chosen couple for the show. And we were discussing this last week. We made our preferred choices, and immediately after we wrapped up the episode,
I know, right? Yeah,
it's like they were waiting for us to give them meeting notes, and I know they needed our input right now because they need very strong wisdom and direction from us before they can proceed. But yeah, so once we wrapped up, Gunn looked at it and said, "Okay, these guys have the right decision," and he confirmed that David Corenswet and what's her name?
I don't know
the couple
starts with that. Yes.
Will be the couple for Superman and Lois.
Yes.
And apparently, it's a big casting news going all the way around. Like, it's being picked up globally by
Rachel Brosnahan.
Mainstream.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Yes, Rachel Brosnahan. Yes. So it's been picked up globally by news outlets going very mainstream than most casting news. And that's good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, how many truly iconic characters that you have that are more iconic than Superman? I mean, it's on par with the casting news of a James Bond.
Fair. Okay, fair.
So it's big. And big, not just that it's big, but it's someone who looks like Superman.
It does. Have you seen the AI art?
I've seen it. It looks good.
Oh god, it looks so good.
The costume looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one quick question: do you think we're going to have red panties under or whatever?
I hope not.
No, I hope
on top.
I really hope not.
Eradicate.
They might bring it back because
my fear is that God is going to bring it back.
Yeah, but I really hope not.
I hope it does. I hope he doesn't bring it back, but I have a fear that he's going to say it's very wholesome, and this is the classic look, and he wants to do it. I have this fear that he's going to do this. But he might not make it like bata. He might make it like boxers.
Nothing on top.
Like trunks. Yeah,
I hope they might. It reminds me of the misguided explanation that Bendis was giving when he was launching his own Superman run, saying, the pattern is very iconic. It's part of what it means to be Superman. Blah blah blah. It's taking us back, and I'm like, you guys keep missing the point. It's not about what the costume is. It's about how well you tell a story. But no, I really do not want to see it. I really do not.
What do we think about Rachel as Lois Lane? Have you seen her in anything before this? Has anyone seen her in anything?
Me, nothing I can pick up the top of my head. I'll have to research and say, oh, that was her. No, nothing.
I've been watching the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Miss Maisel, on Amazon.
Oh yeah,
she's in it.
Yeah.
See,
yes, she's the one. She's Miss Maisel.
See? That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, probably find something. I'm like, oh, that was her.
She's top in that. She has a sense of humor. She's feisty. She's very attractive. She is who you would think of when you think of
where's she from?
I don't know. She's got dark brown hair. She plays a Jewish lady in the show, so I don't really know where she's from.
No, I was waiting for the final line from that quote, like, oh, and she's British.
Is she?
I don't know. I'll just.
Oh my God!
And that was just left.
No, she's not. She's American.
I think she's American.
Okay.
She's a massive win. 32 years old. So we've got a young Superman, we've got a young Lois Lane, and hopefully they're going to be with us for a while. Yeah, we're happy with this, right?
Yeah, we are definitely happy with this. I mean, we were happy with Cavill as well. Okay, not everybody, but I think it's good.
I was happy with Cavill.
Yeah, I was actually.
Yeah.
So good casting news.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah. I don't mind. I don't want known names for all the superhero franchises, anyways.
I agree.
I'll rather they get someone. Yeah.
And right now, DC needs all the positive news they can get. So
yeah, I agree.
It also signals a good first news for DC, James Gunn's version of DC. If they can snowball this kind of good news onwards.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on from confirmations to rumors, we have the rumors of. I know we keep talking about rumors of Fantastic Forecasting, and I know everyone's tired of hearing this. Not just us, but even our listeners out there are tired of this. But this is what I heard yesterday, and I was like, this could work. And I know the last time we spoke, we were talking about for Reed Richards' potential casting for Adam Driver as Reed Richards. And I think we went around the room and were like, it was a yay, but it wasn't a really huge yay.
Yeah, I said I could see.
I know I wasn't crazy. Yeah, you had that, but I think we're keen today. I'm not sure.
Okay, I mean, I could see it. I could see him being a good Richard, but
yeah. But how about Matt Smith? So Matt Smith, for everyone who's out there, remember the Doctor Who. Matt Smith is always also from HBO's Game of Thrones spin-off. What's it called? House of the Dragon. And unfortunately, Matt Smith has been in a comic book movie before, one that we don't really like to talk about, Morbius. He was the bad guy, Morbius.
So him that doesn't exist.
So him I don't like for Richards. I don't see it.
I mean, he has that punchable quality as well, so I don't mind.
You just want someone you want someone that can be beaten up.
No, there's something. Richards for me has this punchable scientist look that is arrogant. So someone you really want to punch when he opens his mouth to talk.
Oh, you're talking about you have like that annoying smirk.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it just has an annoying face.
Yeah.
I really think Matt Smith can do this.
You think?
Yeah. I really
can he do it? Possibly. I don't see it though.
Oh man, and he's 6 feet. I'm like, I think this guy could be Reed Richards. I mean, I know we've all gotten so hung up on John Krasinski for so long, but I'm starting.
I'm no longer hung up on that man.
Relax now because of Jack Ryan.
I'm not hung up on that one again. No.
What did he do to you?
Jack Ryan.
Yes, I'm not. Jack Ryan, and like all my fans will just disappear
because of what he did in Lagos.
Exactly. Were you there? Can you hear us?
That was just our honorable host today. He's going to be in the background. Let's just keep going.
Okay. So still on the MCU stuff, I want to talk a little about Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is the third part of the trilogy out next year, March 2024. Except, guys, we're not getting it in March 2024. We're not getting it in Late 2024, we're not getting it in early 2025 or mid or late 2025. We're getting this in 2026, guys. That's a long time to wait for an animated sequel.
Not good.
It makes sense. It makes sense. We waited 4 years for this one and for a movie of this quality. The only, 4 5 years, I think. The only reason why
Has it been 4
2020.
years?
Yes.
Oh my
It
God.
was 2019, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh
the
my
only
God.
reason why I thought 2024 made sense was because I thought they made the entire movie already.
Back to back. That's what I thought.
Back to back,
That's
and they
yes.
split it.
It's
But
the
when it came out
expectations are
that
set.
they've
Yeah.
not, when it came out that they've not even started yet, I'm like, I want to make it 2024.
So
Next year.
why did they set that expectation even at the end of the movie?
I agree because it was impossible.
Like, that's bad optics though. Makes it look like something is not right.
Yeah.
I think it was impossible in the first place for them. If they weren't shooting it back to back, then why even make it so close?
Yeah.
If you told us from the start that it was going to be 2 years on, we would wait.
Exactly.
No problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
another idea is that maybe there were significant reshoots to this one that came out.
Yes.
That maybe what they have going forward untenable, that they need to do a lot more work on it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and the thing about the reshoots for an animated feature, of course, is that you have to now get those voice actors to come back and shoot new scenes, basically, with their voices now matching what the story is going to be.
It's not, like, I think that the biggest problem is the animators himself, because the amount of work, especially the artist and all of that, so we do all of that.
Can someone tell me when significant reshoots have ended up
being good,
better for the product?
Oh my gosh!
All the films that we don't hear about the reshoots about.
No, the ones we do hear.
I'm talking about the one we've heard. That's why I said significant reshoots.
I'm sure there's been an MCU thing that's been called back for reshoots.
Ant-Man was in a reshoot hell for a while now.
Which one? Second or third?
The first one.
Oh, yeah, but that was more complete change of director, complete change of everything. That was Edgar Rice going.
For me, I think we don't hear about significant reshoots unless the movie bombs really badly.
Yeah, I'm thinking reshoots that we've had.
I'm just.
No, you're spitballing, but my gosh. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That can you hear us? Oh, I thought of one now. Rogue One.
And did you like it? Did you like what you ended up with?
I love Rogue One.
Okay.
I really like Rogue One. But okay. Anyway, yeah. So 2026, good thing, bad thing, don't care. We'll still watch. What are your thoughts, guys?
We'll still watch. I mean, I expected it. I mean, expectations were set for it to come soon, but not like I have a choice. We'll watch.
So, what do you think?
Oh yeah, we'll watch. Like, I'll just put that on my mind for the next few years until it comes.
Yeah. I think it's just an opportunity to just enjoy across the spectrum. But the thing is, like you said before, Across just feels like such an incomplete film now. And
exactly,
it's not like just having to wait for that conclusion. But now here we did, as we say in Naija. So, all right, guys, 2026 Beyond the Spider-Verse and the completion of Miles's trilogy. Okay. Moving from there, we're going to move directly into comic books now and DSTrLY Comics. Today, do you want to tell us a little bit about what DSTrLY Comics are?
Yeah, it's a creator-owned comics, and to be honest, those are a dime a dozen nowadays. But what caught our attention with this particular one is the amount of star creators involved in this. So we have from Scott Synder, we have Brian Azzarello, James Tynion, what's this person? I've mentioned Francesco Facavlia, Becky Cloonan. These are all big DC names.
Those are big. But and they love DC names. So what's going on at DC?
Yeah, well, everybody's
sort themselves out sharp.
No, he's the DC spokesman, so he should speak for them.
No, they should calm down. I'm not happy with DC right now. So.
Yeah. When last were you happy with DC? Can you remember?
let's not get into that right now. That's it. That's a topic for me and my therapist to talk about.
Okay.
So, question:
Yeah.
Does DSTrLY Comics have anything coming out?
Yes, so they
Anytime
have the
soon?
Devil's Cut coming out. So it's like a very large anthology book, 11 different comics from all
Okay.
these creators.
What did
And
you
then
call it?
from Devil's Cut,
The Devil's Cut.
Devil's Cut.
the
Okay.
Devil's
Yeah.
Cut, yeah. So, and from there, it will be spinning off about, is it 8 different comic books?
Yes.
From
Monthlies.
that, from
Or
monthly,
ongoing
from that.
series. Yeah.
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 So I'm
That
looking
is.
forward to that. It doesn't look, from the images we've seen, it doesn't look super heroic.
No,
Some
it
very
doesn't. It
grounded,
doesn't.
different art styles
Yeah.
going on. So
And I
let's see
like
where they
all the
go
art
with that.
styles I'm looking at, I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah, these
I'm
are
happy
all
with them. Yeah.
these are all really good artists. I mean, we have Lee. I like Lee Laurie on pen on, what's his name? Is it coloring? That's one of my best colorists. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely down with this. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got Spectrograph by James Tynion, Shepherd by Mark Bernardin. Mark Bernardin is the partner of what's his name, Kevin Smith on Fat Man and Batman. We have 8 Rules to Make It Out in One Piece by Elsa Charretier. A Blessed Day by Marky Andolfo. We have The Stowaway by Jock, Deleted Scene by Brian Azzarello, White Birds by Scott Synder, and What Blighted Flame Burns in Thee by Becky Cloonan. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm intrigued by the names. I'm intrigued by the names of the comic books and by the names of the creators here. So, and I'm always very much a creator owned supports. I always support stuff that's owned by creatives. The only challenge, of course, being that sometimes they are not held to to a rigid release schedule.
That's gonna be my Tunde moment. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Can they? Where Tunde says, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Can they sustain? No, it's not even the sustaining. But you're already talking about 11
Finish.
books with spin-offs. Yeah. What are we looking at? I mean, am I going to be waiting for a book for 2 years? Are we going to be getting another Greg Rucker or Hickman?
Are we going to be Rocket? Yeah.
Are we going to be Rocket or Hickman? So that's my concern. If we are, and I'll be looking out for that. If after the first 3 runs I don't see any consistency, I'm just not going to give. I'm not going to sell myself. I'm not going to set myself up for that.
Yeah, I agree.
I still have PTSD from Image.
I mean, what the heck happened to Substack? Is Substack still a thing, guys?
I still get newsletters from there, but honestly, as a platform for reading comics,
it's not
Jonathan Hickman's thing is not enough to draw me in.
Yeah. Is it 3W3M or something like that?
Yeah. Have you actually managed to read anything from it?
I tried to, but the interface is poor. It's a struggle. Yeah. So I chopped it.
When we first talked about it, I tried and I never went back.
Well, have you been able to read anything from it? No? Okay.
No, I try to navigate.
Yeah, the navigation is the user. It's not friendly.
That's all. Okay.
I was fading in and out.
Yeah. Okay. So just one last piece of news. And this is about the MCU and TV in the MCU. Sorry. So a stuntman, one of the stuntmen from the MCU has actually come out to talk a little bit about Daredevil. And I think he worked on the Netflix Daredevil as well. And he worked on She-Hulk Daredevil. And he's come out with some very actually disparaging or unhappy things about Daredevil and the state of Daredevil currently in the MCU. Basically saying it's shit, guys. He's basically saying that Netflix Daredevil was so much more serious, more grounded, more real. But the She-Hulk Daredevil, as he refers to it, is light, has no real texture to it. It's cartoonish. That's his word. It's cartoonish.
No grit.
No grits. And for him, that has actually watered down Daredevil significantly. What do you guys think about this?
I am shocked and surprised. Like, wow. Wow.
Which part? Which part?
That Marvel would not keep the grit of the Netflix Daredevil. Oh, wow. Who could have predicted this? Marvel will make a very family-friendly Daredevil for their Disney Plus channel. Come on. This is not like Marvel we know. This is unexpected.
I mean, you know what? It also didn't help that it was this particular TV series. A kooky, zany TV. You know, it wasn't one of the most serious ones, like maybe Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or I don't know. It was the one that the one that was least serious that he happened to appear in. And he said, if you watch She-Hulk, they turned Daredevil into a cartoon. It's all animated and it looks bad. He said he's not opposed to using VFX, but he believes the MCU takes it too far, and particularly in this case. He just doesn't like this. Ray, did you want to say something?
No, sorry. Okay, yeah, but I was going to say, so I'm just going to let me be the contrarian here. So how much stock do we want to place in somebody who was fired's words? I mean, he wasn't brought back to the new project. So.
No.
Is it? No, could it be on point? Yes, but could he also be better? Yeah.
He could. I mean, you have to take it. You have to contextualize what he's saying in the.
No, but there's precedence. There's precedence, though. I mean, he's probably right. Yeah, but
like I was going to say that. I mean, you're right, it's bitter, but like Marvel's track record so far makes it very easy to take these kinds of shots.
Yes,
and have them ring true. So yeah.
Now my thing is, in Born Again, if they take the same approach as She-Hulk, which I doubt they will, then they've lost. I don't think they're going to do that because I don't think they could. I don't think they can. I mean, She-Hulk is a very comedic turn for Daredevil, and they have D'Onofrio coming back and John Bernthal as Frank Castle coming back in Born Again.
So as much as
I don't think a blind man breaking the fourth.
This guy was wearing yellow and running up and down and smiling and just.
As much as I don't want to invoke this name, they did create a travesty with Love and Thunder. The material. I mean, so if you're expecting Born Again, I mean, these people have the ability to take some of their best, potential best stories that could translate and just shit on it. Sorry, forgive my French. Yeah. So as much as I don't want it to, I guess I've been burned so many times. I'm just irritated. I'm being honest here. So
you're sounding like me a few years ago with Marvel shows.
Okay. I mean, I want it to be similar to the Netflix series, but I also want it to be true to an MCU style. So we'll see what happens.
So you want it to be trash?
So no, I don't. No, what I mean by the MCU standards, I want that level of production quality to be a bit to be an MCU standard.
Yeah,
but I want it to be as grounded and as gritty as.
But the Netflix one was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Iconic.
Well, okay.
Best of luck with this.
Between that and Punisher, man. I mean, if Marvel can give us that level of, because I don't think Marvel has that in them to give you that much blood. You know, they shy away from it.
Yeah. I mean, particularly on the TV shows.
Yeah, and that was what we got a lot of in.
Although. Now this is and to your points, Red. This is one thing that worries me because even in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was bloody, they later went back and took out some of the bloody scenes. Yeah. Retrospectively, they went back and took. Yeah. So I just wonder how committed they are to that really gritty thing that we all liked so much about the Netflix Daredevil.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, you don't have to be bloody to tell a gritty good story. Like, you don't need to show a lot of blood if your story is really good. But for this particular franchise, I'm like, MCU.
And if you want to do Born Again,
yeah. But like, you can do Born Again.
So Born Again is going to be extremely watered down.
Obviously.
everything they do is
that's a problem. That's a problem for me.
No, see, it's
Civil War, Secret Invasion, whatever. Winter Soldier. Well, maybe not Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier was watered down.
It was from the original one. But I mean, at least the standard was still quite high. I would go so far as to say it was better.
Yeah,
it was better than the Ed Brubaker one, and I love Ed Brubaker's Winter Soldier.
So for me, it's possible to adapt Born Again to the MCU tone, but still maintain quality. It's very possible. But I don't think Marvel can do it. Marvel of right now, based on their track record for the past few years, I don't think they are capable of doing that.
I just cannot see any reality that the MCU TV shows would make Karen go to, I don't know whether it was Mexico, go and work as a prostitute, OD, and all that stuff that happened in Born Again, the comic book. I don't know. I don't think they could do that.
No, Kex, you can skip all of that. You don't need to do that. I won't want to watch that on TV. In the first
it's just to show the brokenness of Karen, making her desperate enough to what's that word? Betray.
But just stay away from that material then, because that material it has some hard hitting themes, which like realistic themes, some of them are cold, some of them are hard to read, contextualize. So if you're going for family friendly, then leave that alone. That would have been my. I don't believe in half stepping. You want to go?
I kind of disagree. You can still evoke those emotions and feelings in another way. Like you can evoke those those feelings of brokenness with other means that are more family friendly than actually showing how graphic it is. Even The Boys, as graphic as it gets, you don't need the shock value and awe.
You think you'd have gotten the boys from Marvel?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that compared to the comics, like comparing the Boys TV show to the comics, the Boys TV show, at least some of the best scenes in the Boys TV shows are not as graphic as what we get in the comics, but they still manage to hit the emotions that they need to hit.
But they were still graphic. But it was still, I understand it was still graphic.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's possible. Yes. I'm saying it's possible to evoke such emotions without getting to that level. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we'll see it. When is this coming out next year? Well, I don't know, 45 episodes.
You can't talk yourself.
It's ridiculous now. How can you release 24 episodes of this stupid like that? I mean, come on. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see it when we see it. Okay, so that's it for news, guys. Let us jump right into TV.
Your topic.
MCU. Yes.
You're itching to talk about
Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm quite keen. Yes. Some new facts have come to light. So last week Wednesday,
I heard you didn't like it.
Wait now. Last week Wednesday, episode 2 of Secret Invasion, called Promises, landed with a thump on Disney Plus, and of course, yours truly, your boy, jumped on Let's See Wednesday, and as I was watching it, my jaw kept dropping. What to me personally was a betrayal of the writing. The characterization of some of the characters that we've come to know for so long, and some of the incongruous scenes that we had in this that did not fit with the tone of this show.
Tell me more.
So this show starts with a flashback to 97, where Nick is recruiting some Skrull refugees, including Gravik, in exchange for helping them find a new home planet, right? So he's basically saying, okay, come safeguard my planet, and I promise you I will find you a planet out there that will be your home. In the present, now remember that this was the end of episode 1, where Maria Hill is killed in Russia, and we see Talos and Nick making their way out of Russia into Poland. They have a heated conversation in a train compartment. And then they split up basically. Now, what Talos tells Nick here, if I remember correctly, is that, well, Nick, I know you only thought we had about maybe 400, 300, maybe 50 of us here, but in reality, I brought about 1 million.
Can we talk about how shit the entire conversation was? Tell me something I don't know.
I agree with you.
Continue. We'll get to that later.
Okay, we'll get to it. Okay. So they split up with Talos now, going after his own, agenda, and Nick pursuing his. And then we have, so the US, since the US was implicated in the bombing, now we have Rhodes. He's been called to basically face the heads of state of the other countries, of the other UN nations, let me put it that way, or the alliance nations, to basically defend the US, to say, hey, you guys bombed Russia. And he's like, no, we didn't bomb Russia. We're still investigating. When we find out tomorrow, we'll get to you. Nick reaches out to Rhodey. They have a conversation in a swanky pub.
London bar. Pub.
In a London pub, yeah. And then basically they try to take Nick into custody with one guy. And Nick makes his escape rather easily. So Nick escapes, and then there was one of the Skrulls that had been caught in the bombing by the Russian FSB or KGB or whatever. And then they're interrogating him. Maria Hill. Olivia Colman's character comes there as well, does the interrogation, finds out some information, and finds out effectively that they're trying to build a new hybrid of Skrull. So basically a Skrull that has different powers from different other creatures and races. So we see that one of them is Groot. Well, I mean, one of the creatures' DNA that they're stolen is Groot's. One is an ice beast or something, right? One is who else, guys? I don't remember.
Frost Beta and Call Obsidian.
Yeah, Call Obsidian. And who's the fourth one? Yeah, I said Frost Beast. So Frost Beast, Groot, Call Obsidian, who, guys, is one of the children of Thanos. And then who's the fourth one? What was the fourth one?
I don't remember,
So they're basically trying to build or develop the next evolution of Skrull, what we'll come to know as the Power Skrulls or the Super Skrulls later on. I think that's it. Did I miss anything? And Nick basically returns home to his wife, who we now find out is Priscilla. Priscilla is a Skrull. So effectively, Nick has been fraternizing with aliens. Okay.
Oh, yes.
What did I not like about this one?
Start with what you like. It will be shorter.
I like
struggling.
I like Talos. I like Talos in this one a lot more even than the first one. I liked his one-man secret agent thing going on. I liked it. I think Gravik is okay. I'll be honest. I don't mind the actor. Some of the acting is good. Is still good. But the problem is you have, for me, people who are essentially good actors delivering bad lines in situations where I wouldn't expect their character to be. So you're talking about a spy master, such as Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson can deliver any lines, but sometimes when he says, I'm sorry, for me personally, when he goes, I'm Nick Fury, even when I'm out, I'm in. That's a very cheesy, corny line. That doesn't fit in with what I'm watching.
We're still talking about the good stuff here.
Okay, the good stuff. The good actors. You've got Olivia Colman. You've got Ben Mendelsohn. You've got Samuel L. Jackson. You've got Ben Amir, or whatever his name is, who's Gravik. Good actors. What's her name again? Emilia Clarke. Good actor. Love her. Guys, I think that was it for me. The
CGI was
have
good.
A lot of things. Which part?
The CGI the aging.
Oh my God. So I don't know whether it's easier to de-age black people or MCU just have the assets to de-age. Like, if they just have it there, they're just like, okay, you know what, just use that asset that we had from Captain Marvel. It was just reuse it. It was very, very good. It was big screen level. It was very, very, very good. Amazing. There was no uncanny valley going on with it. It looked like a young Nick Fury or Samuel L. Jackson. I love that. I think that's it for me. I think that's it. That's what I liked in this episode. It wasn't a lot.
What didn't you like?
No, that's right. What did you like?
I liked it. I actually liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I liked everything about it. Yep. So, okay, let me not counter Kex. I didn't like Nick Fury dropping those lines. They were not needed. They came across as being childish. I mean, not.
Yes.
They came across as being childish.
Jesus.
There were a few headcanon moments. So you guys are a black man escaping from Moscow.
Yes.
On a train.
Yes.
I mean, Talos can shapeshift.
Yes. So he has
how did Nick get out of it? No,
yes.
nothing
After
to show us that.
Yes.
Then he goes to a car that's been covered, and the car starts up, and just like the battery never dies is your secret. And we know you've not been on Earth. You've not been on Earth for a long time. So those I felt they did a lot of hand waving, but the story itself, I think I like where it's going. I'm hoping to like where it's going. I'm liking how brutal graphic can be. I like the takeover, and we're using the tradition.
Wait, I didn't like that.
You didn't like that?
But
it was their tradition. It's the way they run their tradition and how they. I mean, that's.
No, I'll talk about the Nick Fury first. Okay. You mentioned childish, and at the end of the episode, the first thing that struck me is this is how a child thinks a super spy should behave. Nick Fury, the guy swinging the way they did the first conversation of "tell me something I don't know." That conversation is
I'll concede that to you.
Awkward.
I'll concede that. Yeah.
And even the little scenes, like him calling what's his name, Rody, on the phone. Yes, I saw you in the meeting. You are wearing a blue tie. This one was saying this to you. I'm like, is that really necessary? And then it goes into the meeting and it goes, we are both black guys.
So oh my God.
That not this. Okay.
Yeah. That was like, no. That it's as if you are writing a show for small children on Disney
I think so. That one, I think they tried to lean into some moments of the some of the what you call it, the Falcon and Winter Soldier moments. When the Isaiah conversation,
so. I think so.
I think they tried to lean in, but no, it didn't land. It didn't land.
It had no business in this show.
Yeah. How would you lean on that kind of? It's like
they've never had that dynamic. So I was like, where is this coming from that you're saying brother to brother? I need you to. I'm like, I don't understand. Rhodey has never been your brother. Rhodey is best friends with Tony Stark.
Can you guys hear me now? Or
we hear you. Yes. And then this is supposed to be a super spy. He's supposed to be able to know how to seduce people to his own point of view. And this is the best you could come up with.
Well, he was trying to call in a favor, like I put you there. So he came with the arrogance.
He's like, no, look at what he's calling for. Okay, so we have a threat that is worse than the Hydra threat that destroyed S.H.I.E.L.D. last time while I was in charge. But I don't want anybody to handle it. I'm the only one that can solve it, even after my fuck up in Moscow. But because we're both black, let me do it.
Right? Can I give you my theory on the whole thing?
Yeah, please.
When I watched it, I think it was halfway through, and especially I had no issue with Rhodey's side of the conversation. I had an issue with Nick Fury's side.
Yeah.
And literally, halfway through, one thing occurred to me that the only way this whole thing even makes sense at all is if Rhodey is a Skrull and Nick Fury knows. And he's just talking rubbish just to confirm his theories. That's it. And there's certain phrases that even Rhodey used, when he was trying to respond to this whole, oh, you're my black brother business. And he started mentioning things like, oh, what's that word you told me, Kex? I can't remember that. There's a particular phrase he used.
Ancestral?
Yeah, ancestral. Yeah, our ancestral ties to you. So I'm not saying this is the case, but to me, it only makes sense the way Nick Fury spoke is if he knew Rhodey was a spy. Sorry, not a spy.
A scroll.
A scroll, or was trying to see if it was a scroll. Otherwise, yes, I found it very heavy-handed. I didn't think they had a relationship. So all this talk about me put you there.
Yeah.
How?
Exactly.
When? So there's so many things that he said that make no logical sense to me at all that I thought my mind did not go to bad writing because I thought, no, you can't be this bad at writing it. It must be, and it was me thinking, nah, surely this is what's going on. Now, I was speaking to Kex, and to be honest, I spoke to most people. I spoke to Kex about it. He was fully on the bad writing side, and to be honest, nobody else had that. Nobody else had that theory I had. So I kind of felt maybe I'm doing what I did with one division.
Yeah, right.
Thinking
the way you feel.
Writing the better show.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought, but out of nowhere, was it yesterday or was it today? I saw the article that I shared with Kex, where now obviously the article is not by the writers, it's not by anybody else, but they were saying exactly the same thing I was saying.
I never thought about that.
I think it's both. I think it's
so.
Both.
You think it's both?
Your theory,
okay, go on.
Your theory makes sense that Rhodey's is cool. That makes sense.
Right.
But I think it's also bad writing because even if Rhodey's is cool, a lot of the build up to that, like a lot of the writing to that point, has not been stellar. Like the whole calling, the way Nick Fury was acting, the whole calling him, the whole talking to Talos thing on the train, and all of that, the way he has been acting has been so incongruous that it doesn't make sense.
It's like you are a super spy.
Yeah.
You're a super spy and you're having a loud conversation on a train where you are supposed to be sneaking into Poland. And you're both like yelling at each other that, man, are you out of your reptilian mind? I'm like, what is going on here?
Like, that didn't bug me at all.
Really? The conversation didn't bug you. Tell me something I don't know. It felt so awkward.
Strange.
Yeah, so
is this where you revealed that you had a million people?
That didn't bug me for one reason. I guess is I was not even sure where his relationship was with Talos because there seemed to be kind of like a disconnect in my mind between the two of them.
Yes.
And so even as I was speaking, I was like, okay, are you doing this?
Yes.
Like you're almost filling him out. You're not sure whether you can trust him anymore.
No. You must continue, please, because you are right on track, please.
Right. Yeah, I was saying, but I was thinking this as I was watching because there was a strange dynamic to that conversation. But in the end, I'll be honest. In the end, I could not pinpoint
what it was.
So I thought, okay. I thought maybe by the end I'll get it. I didn't get it. So I thought, okay, fine. Talos was hating the fact that there was a million people, which is a bit of a big bomb to drop on anybody.
Yes.
And to be honest, this kind of I didn't like it, not because of everything the show does. I was talking to kids about this. Changelings in sci-fi. I've got a visual dislike of that trope. I enjoy watching it, but I'm always paranoid that they never get every single one of them. Because I always have that feeling that there's somebody that one got away. Yeah. So it always bugs me because I can't walk away from the end of the show or the end of the movie without back of my mind saying, "Did you get them all?" And the fact that he said 1 million,
I mean, they've already done it. They've already done it. Changelings. As far as I'm concerned, they've done a Changeling story already. With what was it called? The Hydra, and they beat that story to death in the series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they keep on going. Did we get all the Hydra agents? Or still revealing new Hydra agents everywhere? Yeah. So I think they've done that storyline already.
Even that bugs me, but to me that's an agency.
Yeah,
this is a human race, So to me, this is bigger stakes than I always expect CIA agents in CIA and KGB. I always expect there's somebody in there that's playing for the other side. Just almost expected.
Okay.
But we've got rid of scrolls on Earth. Jeez, this really worries me. I won't lie.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, today.
Yeah.
No, sorry. When they were having that conversation on the train, it took me also to, I thought you were friends. So I'm like, are you friends? Are you comrades? Are you people who fought a war together, but you don't really know about each other? Because he says, tell me something I don't know. And then Talos proceeds to tell him the story of Squirrelos again and why they left. And I'm like, why are you telling? He knows. He's you guys have been together for 30 years. It's 2025 now. You guys have been together since the 90s. So he knows this. Why are you? It was just doing it for exposition. So that we, the listening watchers, can. But it felt unnatural. It's like me saying that, well, there was an initiative set off. It was called the Avengers Initiative.
Called the Avengers. Yeah.
And it was because, I'm like, it just felt like unnatural.
Yeah. I've thought about your theory some more. Yeah, I've thought about Apple's theory some more. And this is where I think it's going to go.
Okay, go on.
Fury is going to be surprised when he discovers what is his school. He didn't know for this conversation.
Then that's, to me, that's bad writing. And it's even bad. No. So this is what I'm saying. Bad writing. It's bad writing in two different ways. So there's the fact that I feel that there's a possibility that this was not even a what's his name, Nick Fury, testing out somebody who we think might be a scroll.
Yeah.
Let's say that's not there. That by itself is bad writing. But now, if you now turn around and say that, actually, Rhodey is a scroll, but Nick Fury had no clue, to me, it's doubling down on the bad writing in the sense that this is our top number one super agent. If anybody should have a clue about who's a scroll, or not even a clue, suspicions, he will be the one person. So to me, you also then diminishing the myth of Fury in a way.
But part of the whole series is demystifying Nick Fury. We now know he has a wife. We now know he's been out of the game for so long.
Sorry, are we speaking about the wife?
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole series, he's no longer that super spy, man on the wall. He's now somebody that we are now seeing as that's the whole reason why he has that pseudo panic attack / heaving thing after he beats that guy in the pub. He goes to a bench and he's like whizzing and stuff. And we're like, he's an old man. So they want us to see the human side of Nick Fury, the spy. But he seems so out of sorts. And to today's point, if Rhodey's a spy, I can bet you he doesn't know yet. Nick Fury doesn't know yet.
Question, and this is always going to be an issue for me, timeline wise.
Yeah.
This he was erased or so blipped. He was blipped.
Yeah.
This show is post blip.
Yeah.
Do we have a time frame for? I just want to understand how long he's been back.
Post blip. 2-3 years post blip. Because he came back and he was already in space. Like WandaVision was post blip. And by the time
yes.
And this is very surprising for me.
So was he in space before blip?
What?
Was he in space before blip?
He wasn't in space before blip.
No,
he was on
Earth before
driving.
Blip.
Yeah.
When he got blipped, he was driving. So he got back and he went to space, and that has to be a very short time period because WandaVision happens not too long after the blip.
So can I ask a question here? He's on Saber, right?
Yes.
Saber was established during the blip. Is that correct or not? Because I think they mentioned something along those lines in WandaVision.
Was established. I don't know, guys. I know it was established. We found out about it in WandaVision when she goes to what's her name? Rambeau goes to the Saber headquarters.
That's right.
I don't know when it was established, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Saber or sword?
Saber. Is that a sword?
Saber?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a sword as well, actually. And I think he mentioned both. I think he mentioned both.
His sword, Rambo goes to. His sword, Rambo looks at.
Oh,
Sword went to Rambo went to sword, and sword is what her mom established.
Yeah.
You know, her mom established sword, but I'm sure he mentioned saber as well in that same convo. Unless I'm just
he mentions saber, but I'm not sure he mentions saber in Wonder Vision. It's just saber is only been mentioned in this show, and that's the space station of the space station is on.
Right. Okay. Because the reason I get confused is, and I said this to Kex, is at the end of Captain Marvel, he was in space, but they kept me realize, yes, he was in space on a spaceship, not a space station. And then we had that scene in No Way Home, and where he was on that space. When I saw No Way Home, I assumed that was the same spaceship. If I'm being honest, it did not occur to me that it was the space station. Now, No Way Home again. Let me get this right. When is No Way Home again?
Post blip.
Do you mean what? Yeah, it was post blip.
Okay, fine. So
No Way Home was. Yeah, No Way Home was a year after the blip. So
that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
the blip happened in 2023. No Way Home was in 2024.
Okay, so that tallies. No, that tallies. So we could say he went into the space station post blip. Okay, that adds up. I was just getting confused with the ending of Marvel, that spaceship, and then seeing him in space again, and I just assumed it was a continuous him living there. But okay, that doesn't make sense at all. Actually, okay, that's fine.
So let sorry.
I'll talk about the Council of Clowns. That has to be the
War Council.
Yeah, it has to be some of the dumbest council conversations I've seen in a while.
You know what we laugh? Because Kex complained about that scene. I hated it. I didn't mind it. But then afterwards, something occurred to me. It reminded me of a very, very much of a particular scene from Doctor Who. Look, literally like a similar situation, things are taking over, and it had a bit of that Doctor Who. And Doctor Who's not really fully serious in the way they handle things sometimes. So I had a bit of
Doctor Who can be quite tongue in cheek. Yes.
Yeah. So there was a bit of that for me for that whole setup, but I do take Kex's point that the scale did not seem big or grand enough. You know, you're the top. Yep.
Which part are you talking about? Are you talking about the Skrull War Council, or are you talking about the UN nonsense that they did?
Both. The UN nation, because remember, even the Skrull meeting, the takeover,
yes,
the people there are big boys in the world.
Yes.
So even that still seemed a bit, you know.
That's why I call them the Council of Clowns. You have the what's this thing called? The EU Secretary General, the PM. You have the Fox News.
You have the Fox News guy, yeah.
You have this person from China, and
talking about scale, and I don't know if Dark Boy is a fan of The Witcher. Anybody here has watched The Witcher?
Yeah.
And so I was just after watching
Secret
episode 2, and I started watching The Witcher, and I'm like thinking everything around The Witcher is just this continent, and they're not talking about the world. And in a way, on a smaller scale, it had more impact than somebody that's talking about global and world-ending takeover. And so I think, does everything have to be world-ending on that scale? You can actually do a story that's localized and get something better done than always making it world-ending.
I was saying this thing last week.
Of course.
What did you say? Anything you say is not
I was saying all of this last week.
Anything you say is not valid. You said how it was being told. That's what you said.
He didn't like the plan to.
Yeah, you didn't like the plan. No,
to irradiate the Earth.
That skill was dumb. Like I was expecting a more grounded plot line, but
So Rodi's asked to. Okay, sorry. Are you talking about the Rodi?
I'm talking about this council of clowns. This council now. These are five.
You call the council of clowns?
Clowns, yes. As far as I'm concerned, these are 5 very important people, like in their jobs,
including the prime minister.
Yes, including the prime minister. And all of these people manage to sneak from their guards, their this thing to come and have a meeting.
Well, what if their guards could be scrolls though?
No, forget their guards.
Their guards are scrolls. That makes it worse. But
to be honest, what is the need for it? What's the need for that to meet physically?
That's like the dumbest spycraft in like, how would you gather these people together to come and meet physically?
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't need to.
This kid, because unless if he's older or the same age as them, or they all maybe just made themselves look older, I don't know. But he comes in and he's basically dictating terms that I'm going to take over, blah, 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 blah. And because one person says yes, everybody else too is like, they all stand up and start bowing to. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This guy wants to kill everybody on earth. And you guys are like,
these are guys that came in. These are guys that came in to scold him.
So they want the results, but they don't want to do the job.
So tables turned. It was too
easy. So for me, this crew are his crew. Him and this guy, they're all the younger generation. Now there might be disagreement how quickly or how badly to execute their goal of taking Earth.
But they have the same goal.
I think the same crew, but I think those other 4 will be a bit more moderate. No. Oh God, calm down. Let's do it in a small.
Now the guy is the one now telling them.
Because I think he has a great influence in there. I think he's always been the what you call it? The more militant one, the more militant one. These ones are trying to cut. Maybe that one's trying to cut down influence. And I think he'd already reached out to. Did he reach out to one of them beforehand?
The PM.
And kind of like
She was sorry.
So I think that's the way I saw it anyway.
It's clunky for me, like
you see,
because all this. That was like all of us. We call you to say, okay, what you are doing, you're fucking up, my guy.
Yeah.
And they come and say, no, I'm not fucking up. And immediately,
not only that, they now even promote him.
To you, that okay, yes, you are right.
No, but it was a coup though. But
it was a coup.
It was a coup.
This is the type of thing you see in Russia. This is the type of thing that happen. You come and you think that you got the upper hand, and then you realize, and they don't want to risk their lives.
And really, looking in everybody's eyes there, who is willing to kill anybody? He's the only one willing to do it.
But all these guys have, like the EU guy, all these guys have their own pieces of influence. They have their own authorities.
Yeah, but
like,
he will replace them and take their memory.
It's not a matter of authority, Tunde. It's a matter of, if you know this person is one of those guys who has no limit to what he was willing to do to achieve his end, you might be trying to calm him down. But wait, I'm not saying, okay, let's. I don't get me wrong, they might even pay 70 to him. I think, okay, don't let's show that we are against him now. Or some of them say, no, okay, I'm going to bow because I don't want this guy's problem. And even those who don't like his idea might still bow anyway. I think we'll talk later. But this guy, we know. If I say no now, he could literally kill me on the spot.
Yeah, that one.
I mean,
maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm biased and it things down.
Yeah.
And we checks on this. I think your head cannot know what happened here.
No, when I was watching it, I didn't bother. It's what it didn't bother me.
I didn't have a problem with that either.
My biggest issue was the scale of it. Why are you meeting this room? Why are you meeting physically? The outcome of how it worked out, that really didn't bother me. Yeah, that much.
It was not slick at all.
Yeah.
The way they just capitulated, it was like what you would see on Designated Survivor or an ABC show or something. There was no real. One person stood up, the NATO guy, and said, "No, I would." And a good came in, chopped him in the throat, and then he coughed, and then immediately everybody said, "We are with you." I'm like, "Are you guys for real?" You call this guy to discipline him, and all of you just
You see, at that scale,
have you ever watched? Okay, so there's that. But remember this video. There's a real life video of Putin chastising his generals, where he told some guy to come and sign something. Did you ever see that video? And that's how it happened. He told him to sign, and the guy was shaking. And the guy signed. The guy was walking away like, "Come back here, give me my pen." And the guy when you see somebody who is ready to do what you're not ready to do, I can see. I can see.
I think
the power discrepancy there is like
it's different though.
No, that they are that level. That they are that level does not mean they have the same fortitude that he has. And what he can do.
And I was saying, today you said maybe we had canon in this, but I took it exactly like that. That this guy, and I also think there's another issue I play here, where Graphic has gone away. He's been doing like almost grand level stuff, and these guys have got comfortable with their power plays.
Yes.
And that's why he said, and maybe that's why he wanted to make them perfect. No, you guys are forgetting. Also, when they called you, I think, okay, you know what, these guys, they forget who they have got. They think they're their boss now.
They've gotten comfortable.
So, now, could that scene be better? 2,000% yes. To me, I agree. It could have been, let's him damage him a lot better. Don't let me be filling it in gaps. Don't let me be adding bits of my own thinking, okay, maybe this is the setup. I think so. I did like the scale. They could have explained why they're meeting in person.
Graphic went there with one person.
Yep.
Emilia Clarke's character, Gaia.
Yep.
And he gave her the gun and said, if I don't come out in an hour, shoot this guy in the head, who I assume is also a Skrull. So it's telling me that all those heads of power states or people there, none of them came with security, Skrull security. I'll take it.
So you have.
But they have now. But what if they're all loyal to him?
You have dissidents.
But then why is he telling her
extreme arms? Because he's the only one who's willing to do what they're not willing to do.
No, see, there's a difference. If he walked in there with confidence and said, "This is why this."
There's always a chance now that
because he doesn't know what they're planning.
Yeah, there's always a chance. You could go with confidence saying that. So you could go with confidence saying that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you could go in there and say, "Okay, this is what I'm going to do." But there's always a chance that maybe one of them might find the ball. Say, you know what? Fuck you. We're gonna deal with you. So that there's another thing that Keck's gonna mention.
Yeah, talk about the torture scene.
That was an excellent.
Yes.
Where one of the Skrulls is captured by the KGB and he's being interrogated in what looks like a meat locker. Or cold room, in a local restaurant or something. And Olivia Colman walks in there, and she says, "Hello, pick up. Here's the phone." And they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, she's like, "Here's the phone. I need the room for 5 minutes." And the guy listens to someone, maybe Vladimir or someone, and the person tells him, "Give Olivia the room for 5-10 minutes or whatever," and they all leave the room. Now, that scene had the chief interrogator in that scene. Was one short Russian guy who was like holding Bogdan and like, you will speak. And then Olivia Colman comes and then he's like, who are you? And, she gives him the phone. He listens. He said, okay. All right, everybody get out. And then he's trying to get his jacket off a hook. And he's like, there's like a bit of a comedic moment. And then he's leaving out. As he's stepping out the room, he smacks the guy on the head and then he steps out. For me, that whole comedy bit was terrible. Did not fit in with this series.
That comedy bit.
Oh.
Did you have any problem with him getting the call and not?
Thank you.
No, I did not. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why I didn't have that problem? Red. That will raise you. Sorry. There are some people that will call you and will say, "Leave the room," and you will leave the room.
I was going because I've seen that happen in Nigeria. Someone like, look, this is your gap to policeman.
Yes.
Take the phone.
And you are KGB. So when they when your KGB station chief or whatever tells you to leave the room, you say,
like, what's your number? Who am I talking to?
So for me, the issue that Kex had
is not what
was I mean, don't get me wrong. I did look at that guy, especially when he did that. He did something like leave. He did this kind of weird.
Yeah.
However, I just thought in my mind, I thought this guy's a bad actor, and I moved on.
Out of frustration, yeah.
But my biggest issue with that scene was Oliver Coleman's entire arc in that scene. It makes no logical sense.
Let's start with
One, why is Russia holding over to why are they saying I can't touch this guy? Let me get this British person to come and do it. It makes no sense. And not just come and do it without any. The asset belongs to KGB. Yes, she clears out the whole room. And then why is it always? And this is another trope I hate. Why is it always the top people do the low level jobs?
I don't like this. Yes, I agree with this. I don't like this.
Why? And then also, this girl knew they were coming for this guy, and she didn't tell those Russians either. When she walked in, she knew they were coming, and she already planned an escape hatch and everything like that. I just saw the logic. It was almost like, somebody thought of this cool scene to do, but did not think through the logic of why that scene is happening. I had a big issue with that scene.
Know they were coming?
Yes, she walked in.
I thought she was improvising.
No. She walked in. She said, is there an escape hatch here? And I said, yeah. And I said, why? He goes, I just got a hunch.
But
then as soon as those people,
it's probably protocol.
No. As soon as those people came, she knew. She was not surprised at all. She goes, your people have come for you. And she left. She knew.
Mm-hmm.
The telegraph that she. Go on.
My first problem with that scene was that this is a guy that just blew up Moscow city center. And Russia of all countries.
Yes.
This is not some random Latvia or Lithuania.
Yeah.
They are
apologies to our Latvian and Lithuanian listeners.
He didn't use Estonia, you noticed.
Yeah. Can you imagine? He skipped Estonia.
So I'm saying this country, they are torturing this person that blew up your city center in a kitchen closet. They have gulag there. They have tons of places that it could be a lot more secure places. This is enemy number one of the entire country. Even Nigeria won't put this person in Kirby. We have way more deeper holes we would throw this kind of person in that they can never be found. And this one is a kitchen, a Russian kitchen. It's not as if they're not in Russia. If it was that, this is an offsite and outside the country,
a safe house or something,
something. But no, this is your own country, your own house.
It's
like
this is. I like the scene because Oliver Coleman was in it, and you guys know I'm biased towards her. But even despite that, the logic.
I'm so happy.
No, I think she was great in the scene. I just think the logic behind that scene did not add up to me at all, personally.
So you said something about how someone thought up a cool scene and didn't think about the ramifications. I think all our problems we've mentioned so far has been
cool scenes that have not been thought out.
Exactly. The scene of Nick Fury calling Rhodey and said, you were wearing a blue tie. This person sets in. Cool scene, didn't really think it out. The conversation with Talos and Nick Fury, someone thought of that, tell me something I don't know conversation. That would be something really cool to introduce in a conversation setting. Cool scene doesn't really make sense. The Council of Furies, the Council of Clowns, where
so
the guys...
I'm lost. Cousin.
The Council of Clowns. Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. The Council of
cool scene. I'm sorry to say. Okay.
I was wondering where you
were.
I was hearing Coulson too.
I heard cool scene.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it. That for Kex. We are all here watching different shows. It's very cool. But all these problems I've had with this particular episode is as if they are thinking of these really, really cool ideas for a TV show, but it's not making any sense when you think about it beyond the surface level. And for a grounded, if it's a silly spy show, that would be fine. But you're now going for the grounded tone.
To be honest, I guess I've picked two scenes that I think I had, well, maybe three actually. But overall, I still enjoyed this episode.
Oh no,
You said
I'm not
about-
finished. I'm not finished. I have two more bits that I want to talk about.
Okay, no, we'll get to it.
More.
But-
Yes,
No,
just
no,
more, please.
That's fine. But one saying, overall, I still felt, to me, this was equally as strong as the first one. So I enjoyed both on the same level.
So they're both.
So no, not at all for me. You're going, Kex. Let's get scene number 4 for Kex, please.
So Gravik busts in and he he kills the Russian spies. Him and the other guy killed him and his right hand man killed the Russian interrogators. Olivia escapes through an escape hatch. And because they've run out of time, they decide not to pursue, and they're like, "Look, we're on the clock. Let's get this guy out." They put Bogdan in a car, and they're driving away with Emilia Clarke, who's driving. And Gravik is sure that Bogdan has said something, and then when they are in the woods, he gives the second
before the woods. They drove by the safe house, and the safe house had been
compromised. Yes. Emilia Clarke had called in to, we assume, to snitch and say this is where our safe house is.
It was Emilia Clarke that did it.
She made a call.
Yes.
So I assumed it was her. I don't know.
And it wasn't something Bogdan told.
No, he only told them about this Super Scroll project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are now driving in the woods. Yeah, that. But you want to say something?
Yeah,
Okay.
What is this called? Your head canon.
I didn't connect Emilia Clarke being the snitch.
That she was still
when she made a call. No, when they said I was sorry.
So no, I'm saying that made an head canon last week. That's Emilia Clarke betrayed her father.
Yeah.
Are you still on that theory now?
I still think she did. I think she did.
They played her.
Who played her?
She told them what she thought was the plan last week. She told them what she thought was the plan, but that wasn't it.
That's why. Yeah. They changed the plan with the bags. So there were more. That wasn't the plan. And so I think Gravik might be onto her too, because when she was checking.
Yeah.
No,
I think
right. Now I'm confused now. What did she not know?
She didn't know about the bad. They told her about the bad plan.
Yes.
But she didn't know they switched it.
Fine.
So what she told Nick Fury and Thanos that this is the plan. I will mark it with X. Blah blah blah.
Okay. So did they say in this episode that we didn't tell you about the change of bags? So I didn't she didn't know that.
Because she's still reporting. She's still giving them good info.
Like who good info?
Gave the Thanos. She called Thanos about the safe house. And told them where the safe house was.
Right. So okay. Now, remember, God knows, I must totally missed that because the question I was going to ask just now was how else did these people find that safe house? Usually, that's the question I was going to ask.
Yeah. So, but I also didn't make that connection. But Kix just said.
So I must have missed that. I saw making a call, but did we hear that call?
No, we didn't hear the call.
No.
So you guys are saying that's okay. So you're guys saying that logically, the person of that safe house surely is connected to that call she made.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I was thinking to myself, in that interrogation, I didn't think that guy said anything about a safe house.
Yeah.
So I was wondering how. Yeah. Okay. No, I kind of get that.
So they're going through the woods now, and he gives his second in command a gun and says, take care of him or whatever. And the guy takes Bogdan out into the woods. We assume he shoots him because we hear a gunshot and he comes back alone. So he killed a Skrull and left him in the woods.
That is
leaves the evidence.
Oh, stupid.
The body's going to turn back into a Skrull.
Into a Skrull.
Yeah. Yes. I thought, what? Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
Again, another.
Yeah. I agree with that one. 100%.
Cool, but didn't think it out.
Yeah. No, that's not even cool. That's not even cool. What's cool about killing somebody in the woods?
He's just taking
a cool
atmosphere. It's a cool atmosphere. Took the guy, came back without him. Whatever. Execution style. Yeah, he betrayed us. He must die. Whatever. That's another thing there. So you're telling me that there are Skrulls leaving dead bodies of their compatriots out there to be discovered by farmers and police and
by anybody,
whatever. Okay.
That I got you get that.
We haven't talked about Nick and Rhodey's conversation.
We did.
Did we talk about? Oh, we did, right? Ancestrous. This thing.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah.
And then, how is Nick? How is it that Rhodey has one person?
That made no sense.
Well, it could be respect, though. It could be regard.
It's not respect.
And let me know, like you. I cannot have 5 people. There has to be like 10. 5 inside the place, 5 outside.
It's Nick Fury now.
It is
old school does.
No, Jimmy, he probably does not have access to the whole convoy because it's in the US. Sorry, it's in the UK. But he had 3 people before. And all of a sudden he only had 1. That's why I didn't understand. Where
inside the other 2. Yes, there's so many moments there.
That was like.
So he walked out of the train station in Poland and got to London when he's the most wanted and his pictures everywhere.
Yes.
As a master spy. He starts a car that's not been used in over a while. The car just is gassed up. He walks out of the bar. He walks to a park and sits down. I'm like, then he makes his way to wherever his stash house is. Yeah.
Okay.
I got you that one. Yeah.
Those are the issues I had with this.
Have we spoken about the Super Scrolls?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
So we said that there were 4 DNA samples, right? We said there was Groot.
It's 3. Is it 4?
I'm sure it was 4.
Oh, sorry. I saw 3.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I saw Groot. That guy from Infinity War,
Call Obsidian,
and that monster from Thor.
Okay, so Frost Beast or something.
Frost Beast. Yeah.
Why did I feel it was
Extremists.
Okay. Extremists. There were 4.
Extremists.
From Iron Man.
What the Iron Man thing?
That's extremists. Okay. Oh.
So that was
okay. Now, on 2 Kex, sometimes we overlook. I saw that scene.
Yeah.
The pain did not drop. The pain did not drop.
For which one?
When I saw Groot, I saw that scene. My man said, "Oh, so these guys are trying to get powers." Yet the penny did not drop. My man did not shout, scream, power scroll, or super. He did not do that at all. Then I was talking to Kex. And he said, "Oh yeah, super scroll." I felt like an idiot. It's like the most basic thing that you associate with scrolls. The next level is super scroll, and they almost were printing the lines for me, and I did not see it. I felt so embarrassed by that. Because
we're used to the Mr. Fantastic, Clert, the Mr. Fantastic and all the combinations. This episode was an interesting one. Does anybody have anything else that you want to talk about?
The wife.
Yes, the wife, Priscilla.
What is going on there?
So this is interesting because in Winter Soldier he mentions that he has a wife that kicked him out. So and I thought it was just like a covered story or just like just he was telling Cap. I didn't even know it was like, could it have been?
Does he know she's
foreshadowing of this person?
Yes, no, she thought she was
100%. 100%.
What do you mean she's total scroll?
Wait.
She was a scroll before.
She was a scroll before he came in.
Yeah, but when he came in, he came to human.
He knows.
So he's dating a scroll.
Yes, he's married to a scroll because he puts on his
ring.
He knows. Yeah.
Because I think they lingered on a particular scroll in the beginning.
Thank you. When that woman spoke, that scroll lady spoke, I was like, that's a black woman.
Yes.
And when he calls for volunteers and people are changing, I was looking for a black lady and there was no black lady there. But
so you don't think that his wife could have been human and he was replaced?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I just think so. It's possible, but I don't see it.
That's not the vibe they'll go for.
That's not the vibe they'll go for. They'll go for the unification. He's married to an alien and it's a rope-a-dope. But
it's not.
Yeah. You see, I don't know. The long-term implications of that, I don't know. I don't know where you go with that. If I'm being honest, it's a bit out there for me. If I'm being honest, if he knows, I mean, because I mean, what's he doing? What's he doing? Having sex with her? What's going on?
It would be a good. I don't want to use the word twist, but it would be a good direction to take it if he does not know. And she's actually a spy. But I'm sure he does. I'm sure. If
he doesn't know, it makes his character even.
But he knows.
But they're super
he knows. He knows, and he's having her hide her identity. So he's not married to her, and they're both up in the space station, living in the space station.
No,
as a scroll. She's pretending to be human.
Yeah. And they live in England.
Was that England?
We have to assume that was England because he drove away.
He hasn't left the country. Right? He drove the right-hand car.
No, it wasn't in England. It was in Russia at some point now.
No, that was Russia, Poland, and then England was where he met Rudy.
Yeah, but
okay. And
did we see him? So there's no break, and he could have possibly traveled back to America. No,
he got the car and he drove. You see, that's another. Okay, so I don't know.
You know what?
He was in England and he escaped in England.
I have to watch this whole episode again tonight.
Sorry, so what did you say?
I just realized I didn't know it was in London. I just realized that it was in London. He escaped Rudy in London.
London.
Yeah.
With all the CCTVs in London, and this guy was on the back bench. This is full facing you.
The most
Even when he's out, he's in.
The most watched city in the world.
You know, and I'm sorry, this whole Nick Fury wearing the fedora thing that they're trying to make him look so smooth and suave. I'm like, I don't know.
He's not.
Yeah. Just keep this guy. Let's wear his beanie hat and be a spy. You know.
To be honest, why did they even get rid of the eye patch? I don't understand that.
Yeah, why? I'm guessing Samuel L. Jackson found it uncomfortable and said, I can't be wearing this thing all the time. I'm not into doors and shit. I'm old. I don't know. Okay, are we ready to rate it now?
Yes, I'm ready to rate.
Okay. Dapmo, I'll go last. I went first last week.
I've written everything down.
I don't know what I can't remember what I gave you last week, but I'm giving it 3.5.
Yeah, something like that. I think that was what you gave.
Yeah, so it's 3.5 for me again this episode.
Okay.
1.5.
Red.
Okay, let me be fair. I'll move it up to 2 now because now I have an handle of what kind of show this is. This is not going to be a serious show, so I can't rate it like a serious show. I'm going to rate it like a Disney Plus TV show.
Nobody asked you for. Nobody asked you to qualify your score.
Nobody asked you for Shala. Just give your score and go.
I'm just giving my score now.
Trying to add extra shit. Why adding 25? But he's throwing shit in.
I'm not saying no. This is actually the screen. This is me trying to what's this thing called? Reconcile this show.
Rationalize
with what I think is supposed to be. This show, I'll give it a 1.5.
Okay. Red. Oh, so you're saying 1.5. You're staying 1.5.
1.5. I'll stay 1.5.
Which is better than last week. Because last week
I gave it 2 last week. I gave it a 1 last week.
You gave it a 1 last week.
And then this one is 1 definitely. This is worse. 0.8.
Right. So this shows that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just said the score up and down.
If I gave last week a 1, this one is okay. 1.5.
So I still stick with it. I still stick with a 3.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
I like
it's a 2. It's a 2 from me. So yeah. I mean, I can see why people anyone would like it, but for me, the cracks really manifested in this episode. So it's a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I don't see how this show is going to get. It's going to turn around and become a very
with 33% there.
Yeah, yes.
And it's only going to get worse from here.
Why would you say that?
It's Marvel. Is it Marvel?
He's wishing.
Do you think it will get better?
I don't know.
Do you think it will get better?
Why are you asking that question? What's your problem?
No,
Please. What is the box office of Flash? What is the box office of Flash?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Question for you.
Box office of Flash.
Oh my god!
And you guys getting it 7 and all that. I'm just curious. Like, do you think it actually has a future? That the future episodes
well, put it this way. I'll give it 2 7s. Even if it stays at the same level, I'm happy.
Okay,
I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better. I mean, but I've been there with Marvel, and I will not put any money on that it will or won't. Okay. I don't even know how this writer's strike impacts the show. Maybe it's all been written already, and there's not an issue. We hope that's the case anyway. Okay.
It's all been written, yeah. It's all been written.
Okay. But, okay, fine. Yes. Okay.
So there's no excuse of coronavirus like they did for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Coronavirus excuse. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So next week we'll be discussing episode 3 of Secret Invasion,
and Tunde will be eating his words.
Oh, wow! I can't beat. Next week.
Today's in a lashing out mode.
Yes, he's angry.
Ever since the Flash has run itself into oblivion.
Flash, today did win our wager because we bet, or we did our box office predictions for the Flash.
Yeah, that's very true.
I lost. I'm not too big to say that I lost. I said that the Flash would make 780. So that's on me.
What did I say?
Red, you didn't attend that. That's
okay.
I think it was when you were really busy with some stuff. Okay. And that will give it 750. Tunde was the only one of us that had faith that it wouldn't do well at 700.
He knew.
He knew the company that he keeps. He was like, these people, I can't trust this. 700 job. So today, how much has this movie actually made globally? I mean, not the head, not just
245 million.
240. This is like less than the money that you used to make some films like Indiana Jones. And this film has not. It's less than the amounts it takes, like the production budget of Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
245.
It's less than his own production budget.
Wow.
I saw an article today.
Yes.
That it's been yanked out of quite a lot of cinemas already.
Yeah, 1,500 plus. Yeah. Because there's no point, because the more you run it, you're making a loss if you are the cinema, because nobody's coming to watch it. If nobody's coming to watch it, you can't sell popcorn, you can't sell concessions, you can't sell hot dogs.
I want to watch it again. I actually want to watch it again. I do want to watch it a second time.
I will wait for it to happen on HBO Max or whatever it is that they. Yeah.
But it's like, it's not just the Flash. Other films are bombing too. I mean, Indiana Jones bombed.
And so how does that make it better? How does that make it any better for Flash?
Misery spreads, like
misery is a contagion. So
it's better spread around. Like let everybody join and collect together.
I could easily have predicted the bombing of Indiana Jones. I do not expect the bombing of Flash, if I'm being honest.
I'm going to wait and see how Oppenheimer performs and then Mal Potter performs in the box office.
What? Mal Potter? Okay, can I predict?
Yes.
Oppenheimer will do okay-ish. I don't think
Barbie's trouncing it all.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do gangbusters. I think Mission Impossible would do gangbusters.
I'm predicting a steep drop for Oppenheimer between open weekend and the second week. Not as bad as the Flash, obviously, but like
nothing can be as bad as the Flash.
So what are you talking here now? For I don't know why we get to this, but I mean, since you've opened this,
why I'm opening this discussion is that box office this year, apart from a couple of movies,
head canoning and rationalizing bad behavior.
Like I've reached acceptance for the Flash. Okay. But like looking at the trend for this year, even movies that we thought were excellent, like Guardians of the Galaxy, he didn't do as well as part 2. He didn't do good as second part here.
Over 800 million. We've had like 1 billion movies this year.
Yeah, but I think there's a general put it in my
Super
mind.
Mario and
From where we were 3-4 years ago, I think box office is just minus almost 10, 15%, 20% off them.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I think the crowd will be a lot more selective.
yes,
and very quick to be turned away if they don't get
Exactly.
the good news straight away. So Oppenheimer is Nolan. So I was thinking that he'll probably do okay. MI2, unfortunately, because this guy, he's got his voodoo court behind him. I can't see anything stopping that.
You're right. Only
Okay,
$1 billion movie this year.
Because look at it, and I don't know. Maybe it's the movies that have been bad.
I thought we had $1 billion.
Just the one.
It's only Mario.
Super Mario.
Oh, God Almighty!
Because even Fast X did not perform.
I'm telling you, someone is social engineering us right now. There's
So did you say Barbie is trouncing Oppenheimer?
Exactly. Yes.
They're arriving on the same day.
And like the tracking for Barbie is way higher than what Oppenheimer is tracking for.
Can you believe
that? For Barbie?
Yes.
For Barbie.
And someone tells me we're not code, and somebody's trying different variations. There's no way, there's no permutation where Barbie.
But the Barbie would be a great date movie. I'm guessing for those who still in that game.
Yes.
Carry their can, but they will carry their cans.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oppenheimer is not a date movie. To me, Oppenheimer.
It's not.
For you to watch Oppenheimer, you have to be a certain type of person.
Nolan doesn't do date movies.
Yes.
Because even Fast X has made just 707 million.
Yeah, I'm like,
that is relatively low for Fast X.
That's one of the worst performances for a Fast and Furious franchise.
Hallelujah.
Hopefully they let it go now.
And they made a big loss on that movie. This was their highest budget. Not a big loss, but this was their highest budget. Almost over 300 million.
Good.
I think on the
right. That's 300 million for the one movie or for the three?
For one movie. For one movie.
So
how much?
Go ahead.
Don't know the details. I was going to say, how much did they pay Vin Diesel?
Too much.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yes, I agree. Too much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next week, episode 140. So we'll be talking about episode 3 of Secret Invasion, and then I think we should also do some comic book talk next week. So each person let's talk about a comic book that we're reading.
Yes.
Recommend, whether or not we'll recommend.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
From any of the houses.
Yeah, let's get something good going.
Let me go back and start digging in my image crates. I've not been there in a while.
Good. You have tomorrow off, Red. You know what to do. No barbecues. Don't go and see Patrick Wilson.
Like you don't know how this goes. They've already planned my day. There's a parade, and I'm not done till 1, so half the day is already gone.
Oh, July 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop recording before Dakwa says anything.
Let's say our goodbyes. So remember to rate, like, subscribe. Thank you for listening. It's been episode 139 of Naija's Geeking Out. Today, over to you.
Yeah, goodbye. Let's continue trudging on with Secret Invasion this Thursday, unfortunately. What's your next week?
Sunday, your voice has gotten lower and lower. You don't sound as upbeat. Okay, sorry. Okay, so all right. That's good night from me. See you next week.
One quick thing before that, when you take us away, there are some projects that I don't quite know where we are in terms of release schedule. No, I mean like The Boys. Does anybody have a date on?
I knew you were saying The Boys. That's what I started laughing.
I don't think it's this year anymore.
Season 2 of Invincible. Anybody?
I don't know.
They teased it, but then
I mean,
V, exactly.
V College, whatever. I mean, that's stuff that we don't know.
What's going on at Amazon? They spent all their money with
That Rings of Power was expensive, bro.
They did Rings of Power and Wheel of Time.
Yeah, Wheel of Time season 2 is coming out as well.
And both were rubbish. Let's be very clear.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah. Absolutely subpar. All right, that was
but to go to your point, we're not getting concrete dates for all these shows that we've been expecting for so long. Yeah. Maybe could the writers could they have something to do with the writers' strike again?
Oh,
could it? I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
If they're coming out this year, they should be done by now and already been posted.
Yeah, I think some people are. I think some of them are in solidarity with the writers. That's why they're actually not releasing. I think there was something that was supposed to come out, but because of the writers' strike, they were like, no, just like hold on to it.
Right. Okay.
It was something I saw recently that they pushed back because of the writers.
And they could not hold on to Secret Invasion. Okay.
Very petty.
It's way too petty for my liking. Anyway, guys. Thanks again for listening to another week of this podcast. And to our American listeners, happy Twitter's Day. May you long live, in your Twitter's behaviors. With that, thank you. And see you later.
You're going to get cancelled. You.
What?
No, that's what I said every year. Every single year.
Yeah. I think King Charles is looking into recolonizing that area anyway. So
guys gonna pay. You saw how much you pay what's his name, William now. You saw his annual salary. It makes from the
no, I didn't. I didn't actually. What did he get?
6 million. That's what he gets.
6 million only.
Salary.
That's not bad.
Only. Other Sainsbury guy is collecting 5 million. Head of Sainsbury, please.
What work does he do? You're comparing like somebody that works compared to somebody that doesn't work. What does he do?
Tourism. Anyway, bye. See you later. Adios.
All right.